Ever wondered why every time you try to pull off smooth flashy movements like Hanzo does, yours just doesn't seem to work out? Then, let's face it, your movement probably sucks. I am no movement doctor because, to be honest, I like to play slowly and surgically, and everyone who regularly watches my videos already know that. But that doesn't mean that I have to end my video right here, because after all, movement doesn't have to be like the ones you see in TikTok, just like the first clip. If you're still trying to figure out how to move like a pro, I already made a couple of movement guides to help you fine-tune your movement. And to help you get you started, today we're going to break down 4 reasons why your movement sucks and how to fix it. Let's start with the most basic one. You're probably misclicking your buttons. And there are a lot of factors that contribute to as why this happens. You have a bad button placement, or you just don't know where to put it at all. Our HUD layout plays a huge role when it comes to movement for many reasons, like its ease of use. It's easier to play when the buttons you use the most, like the ones for sliding and jumping, are easy to reach with your fingers. Not just the placement, but you also have to keep in mind its size. You don't want to keep on mistouching a button or missing it because it's too small or big. Same goes with the opacity. I recommend you to go around 20 to 30% with each button to make it a little see-through. And that way, you can still see them without the buttons getting in the way of a game. Oh, by the way, leave your minimap opacity alone at 100% because you will need it. You can also set your HUD style to simple mode to make some of the buttons like the HP bar and sword streaks look more boxy, so it becomes easier to see and press. Of course, button placement, size, and opacity, or HUD layout in general, all comes down to personal preference and the size of the device that you're playing on. How you set up your buttons is all up to you, but that shouldn't stop you from trying new things. You might find a way to play better. Reason number 2 why you have bad movement is because you have a too low or high sensitivity, and we all know that sensitivity plays a huge role in how fast and accurate you can move your character's movement in the game. If your sensitivity is too high, your movement will feel a lot inconsistent and hard to control. On the other hand, if you have a low sensitivity, you'll find yourself struggling in situations where you need to react faster than usual. To put everything simply, you just need the perfect sensitivity where you don't have to overcorrect your movement all the time. So, how can you fix this? Hop on the training mode, and with your current sensitivity, try doing a 180-degree turn consistently. Imagine that there's an enemy at your 12 and 6 o'clock. If you find yourself over adjusting, lower down your sensitivity by 5s. If you're under aiming, do the opposite. If you feel like there's something off with your 180-degree turns, even after finding your perfect sensitivity, open your settings and find vertical turning sensitivity in the sensitivity tab. You can play around with this setting and adjust it to your liking. I personally have this setting on 70, so I don't end up aiming slightly up or down whenever I have to switch targets or place to look at. It just makes my horizontal swiping motion a lot smoother and consistent. The third reason why you have bad movement is your lack of awareness. How you position yourself is key to becoming a smooth operator when it comes to movement. You want to move freely, smoothly, while having the upper hand, of course. What do I exactly mean by this? Well, in easier terms, be aware of your surroundings. Be mindful of where you are. Big word, I know, but you can't perform crazy movement and expect it to work all the time. It has to be in the right place and the right time. Being out in the open while zigzagging and slide jumping won't save you from the BP50s in rank. Now you might be saying it's better than running straight. You're right, but you know what else is better? Moving from one place to another that has a good cover. So to answer your question, how can you improve your awareness? It's simple, just keep on playing the game. Not enough? Learn the ranked maps, learn its corners, angles, elevations, and spaces where movement can be in your favor. You see, having good awareness correlates between having a good game sense, and having a good game sense takes time, as you need time and experience to understand the game, so take it easy. Sit back and get those W's in rank. The last reason why you have bad movement is because you keep crouching unintentionally. Attempting a slide but ending up crouching is funny and frustrating at the same time, but trust me, we've all been there. And the good news is, there's an easy fix for it. Open your basic settings tab and scroll down until you find sprint sensitivity. What this setting does is it controls how responsive your joystick is going to be when moving between sprinting and walking. The higher your sensitivity is, the more responsive your joystick is going to be when you push it forward, causing it to run forward just like how a normal joystick would react. The difference? You have to put more effort on controlling your joystick if you want to walk, because a slight excess push might trigger your character to sprint even if you don't want to. Now, this unintentional crouching mostly happens if you have a low sprint sensitivity, because it's easier to walk on a low sensitivity compared to a higher one. So how to fix it? Set your sprint sensitivity on a higher side. I have mine set to 90 because I honestly don't like walking unless I have to play it safe. We suggest you set your sprint sensitivity around 70 to 90 depending on how you play the game. Do you prefer walking with your dead silence most, if not all the time? Or do you like to go guns blazing 24/7? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you combine these tips with the best snipers right now, you'll be unstoppable.